Welcome back to Just Scribble. Today I'm going to talk about making corrections in your planner or journal. The other day in one of the planner Facebook groups that I was in, someone commented that they didn't want to start using their new notebook as a planner because they were afraid they were going to mess up and they would have a mistake on there that they couldn't fix or correct or cover up. And that got me thinking about all of the ways that I correct things in my planners and my journals if I make a mistake. So I thought I would do a video to talk to you about the different ways that I cover up mistakes or fix mistakes in my planners and journals in case these are things that might help you or they're products that you haven't heard of or haven't tried that you might be interested in getting. First off, if I make a huge mistake in my journal or my planner, like say I decided that I was going to make some very decorative drawing, or I was lettering and it was quite large on the page and it just messed up the whole thing. I spelt it wrong, or my hand slipped, or it just looked really, really ugly. My main ways of correcting that kind of huge mistake are to literally just glue the page to the next page. So if I had lettered on this page and it was super, super ugly and I just couldn't stand it and I couldn't figure out a way to make it better, I would just glue the two pages together and move on and use the next page. If I didn't want to glue them together, then I would take a decorative piece of paper, something like this, and I would cut it to size just to cover the page, and I would just glue it on top and then continue. It makes a nice little decorative page in it, kind of like a tip-in, and it works wonderfully. But I don't generally have those huge mistakes in my planners. There are times where I have decided that I was going to attempt some sort of art or lettering and it just was an epic fail. But most of the time the mistakes that I make are small. And sometimes I just go with it. I cross it out and start over. So I oftentimes will be writing in my planner and I will misspell something. And so I will just cross it out, and on top of it, I will rewrite it. And that's it. Because it is my planner and my journal, and it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. But there are other days where my OCD gets to me, and so I decide that I am going to use one of my other tools for covering up mistakes. One of which is to cover it with a sticker. So if you make a mistake in your writing, you can literally put a sticker over it, cover it up, pretend like it never happened, work around it. This works especially well when you're journaling because you can't even tell that there was not supposed to be a sticker there, and you just keep journaling around it and everything is fine. My other three favorite things to do are all using different tools that I've learned are my favorite when I need to cover up a mistake. So I'm going to show each one of them to you and let you know why I like them. The first one is whiteout correction tape. My favorite is this Tombow Mono 2-way correction tape. The reason is that it is an eraser, so it is correction for pencil, and it is a correction tape that slides back in so it never gets messed up, never gets caught on anything, doesn't get ruined in my pouch, and it's small and convenient. It's also very ergonomic, so it feels good when you put your finger here when you're erasing something, and it feels very nice to hold when you are writing out. It works very well. It's smooth. It doesn't gum up like some correction tapes. And depending on the pen you're using, you can write back over it. But with some pens, especially a pointy one like this, right, with the little felty tip, sometimes it's not ideal. Either you're afraid that you're going to run your correction tape and you're not going to be able to make a straight line, or you don't want to write over it and have it gum up and catch and mess up your writing. So my next tool is white MT washi tape. So literally, if I can find the end, I just tear off a piece and I cover my mistake with it like that. And then I rewrite the correct way, whatever it is that I was wanting to write over. There is a little bit of shadowing. You can see the word that I cover up underneath of it, but it doesn't bother me. And most of my pens write on this washi tape without any issue. So that is my second favorite way to correct if I'm not going to stick a sticker on it. But the third is something I've been using for quite a long time, and I'm not sure everyone knows about it or if anybody else uses it, so I thought I would share. The third is Post-it labeling and cover-up tape. This is actually paper tape from Post-it brand that is sticky, and you just use it to cover up mistakes. It comes in 3 sizes. This is the 1/3 inch, which is the 2-line size. It comes in, I'm going to tear the little papers off so it's easier for you guys to see, the 1/6 inch, which is a 1-line size. And then it comes in a 1 inch, which is a 6-line size. So it comes in these 3 sizes, so no matter how big your mistake is, you can use it to cover up. I'm going to show you how it works. So the thing that I find is the hardest is just finding the beginning, like any tape roll, but you just find where it starts, pull it over, and tear it off, just like that. It sticks onto your paper, just like the washi tape. It has less shadowing and it doesn't show through as well, and it is papery, so more pens work on it when you rewrite your correction. Those are my ways to correct in my planners and my journals. Although I do like using stickers, especially in my journal, to cover up writing mistakes or spelling mistakes that I might make. The thing that I use the most is this Post-it tape and or the mono correction tape. I do like the MT white tape and I keep that with me a lot, but I find that it doesn't work with as many pens as this works, and so I tend to gravitate towards this more. Plus I have 3 sizes of this. These are actually my second rolls of each one because I ran out recently, so I just ordered more. But those are my main ways to correct in my planner or journal. You can, of course, correct with decorative washi, the same way that you decorated with your sticker. You can just cut some washi and stick it over your mistake, but it does not cover as well as a sticker does. So that is kind of one of my last resort covering methods. These are the ways that I correct most often. A sticker if I'm journaling, the correction tape, the MT washi tape, or the Post-it note tape. These are primarily used in my planner because I want to be able to rewrite in the exact same spot because I'm doing to-do lists or shopping lists and things like that. I hope this quick little video sharing my correction methods in my planners and journals was helpful to you, that it gave you some ideas if you were wondering how to make corrections in your journals and planners, or if you were a person that was hesitant to get started in a new book because you had a fear of messing up. I'm hoping that this gave you a few ideas on how you could correct those mistakes or errors in case they did happen, so that you would have no fear in getting started and you would just scroll. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss future videos, and don't forget to just scribble.